Hello, Bremer County and all of Iowa. I'm Dr. Sean Ellebrook. I'm a cancer scientist, biochem prof, and House District 57 candidate.
And I'm Dr. Emily Bavers. I'm a physician, mom of 3, and a health advocate.
Emily, last week was the first funnel week for the Iowa legislature. This means if a bill did not pass through either a House or Senate committee, it is considered dead.
Yeah, and there are some exceptions, and a piece of legislation might come back as an amendment, so really nothing ever dies.
Yeah. Well, one set of Republican bills that made it through the first funnel were written to expressly limit the powers of the governor's office.
These bills included House Study Bill 726 and House File 2145, a pair that includes restricting a governor's authority to decide how long a state of emergency can last, what can stay open during that state of emergency. Think of it as legislation to really kind of curtail the ability of a governor to shut things down in order to stop something like, for instance, a pandemic spread.
Okay. Well, House File 2413 and Senate File 2395 together would shorten terms of service for some governor's appointees from 6 years to 4 years and limit a governor's ability to implement a rule change of $200,000 or more, or one that has adverse effects on competition, industry productivity, and well, actually, the list is pretty long there.
Yeah.
So basically, unless the proposed changes first go through a series of hoops, including approval by the legislature, the governor's office can't make these rule changes.
It's a peculiar shift in policy for our Iowa legislature. And if passed into law, this would severely limit a governor's ability to implement any new policies, something they previously had no interest in.
None. That would not be helpful for Iowa. You know, another bill, Senate File 2388, is jaw-dropping to me. The bill would allow flat appropriations in fiscal years for which the General Assembly does not pass a general budget. So this means if the legislature fails to pass a new budget, they'll just use whatever appropriations they passed the year before. Now, this is going to be a problem, Emily, because we know that inflation happens. There's going to be changes to costs to operate the government.
Yeah, I mean, yikes, first and foremost. I'm pretty sure that if we just keep the same stagnant budget year over year, that means cuts to government services, to schools, to healthcare, and more.
Yeah, and the Republicans appear to want this bill as a lever negotiating with the new governor in the budgeting process. They do frame it as a bill to prevent state government shutdown in case of an impasse.
Well, you know, as many Democratic senators pointed out, refusing to establish a new fiscal year budget is basically delegating their most important job to last year's legislature, right? It's refusing to do their job. It's literally what they're elected for, is to make safe budget recommendations.
It couldn't be more obvious that the Republican caucus thinks a Democrat will be sitting in the governor's office by the end of this year, and without losing their legislative majorities, meaning that they'll still hold majority in the upper and lower chambers.
Well, I, for one, think that an Iowa moving a little bit more purple would be a good thing, but the Republicans are doing everything they can to prove they have no intention to work with a governor that is not of their same party. And nor do they want this governor to be able to do anything meaningful in Iowa, whether or not they're elected by a majority of the populace. Finally, this really tracks with what we know of this caucus.
It sure does. It seems that because the Republican Party might lose a gubernatorial election, they are throwing up future governing roadblocks. They are proving to everyone that the Republican caucus is party first, people of Iowa second. Damn the wishes of the people. You know, Emily, where is the common sense middle ground Iowa was known for?
Well, we have so much more to cover about Funnel Week, so please tune in to our next episode. But until then, be well, Iowa.